Hello and welcome to my new video series, Mid Lane Academy. So my objective is to teach you all everything that I've learned about mid lane since season 3. Obviously I've been playing the game for quite a while now. I've hit Challenger quite a few times. I've played competitively as well. So I want to teach you guys everything that I know, ranging from, micro, macro, mindset, just whatever I know, I'm going to try to teach you guys in parts. This part is going to be about wave management, and it's going to be the first part because, in my opinion, there's a lot of guides out there online which do teach people about, wave management. But when I coach people, I notice that, they might know what wave management is, but they don't know how to apply it. So that's why I'm going to split it into two parts. Now, obviously for me, I haven't decided that I'm going to go through with this till the end. I'm just going to, try upload a few videos, see how it goes. If, you guys enjoy it and you guys are going to benefit from it enough, then I'll carry on. So if you do like this, please do like and share it. It will help me out a lot and it will motivate me to actually go through with this till the end. Now, wave management, in my opinion, is one of the most, if not the most important thing when it comes to laning as a mid laner. It helps you generate all kinds of leads. It helps you solo kills, it helps you create CS leads for yourself, it helps you with EXP leads, it helps you roam. And as I said previously, I do see some people that, they try freezing their wave and, they try to be a bit slick, but I never see them doing it at the right time. You have to know when you're supposed to freeze or slow push. We will go over it in the next video, as I said. In this video, I'm going to explain to the people that don't know what wave management is, the 3 types of wave states that can be defined at any moment. 2 which you manipulate on your own, and 3 which can sometimes be natural. So the first type of a wave state, which is, the most common, is an even wave, or a wave which is just permanently being crashed. The second type of a wave is a wave which is being frozen, and the third type of a wave is a wave which is being slow pushed. Now let's start off by defining very clearly what a frozen minion wave is and what it looks like. Now, a wave which is being frozen is a minion wave which is stuck in a certain position within the lane based on the amount of minions versus minions in that current lane. Most of the time, or almost always, you have to manipulate the wave for it to be frozen. Now let's simplify it a bit more. In mid lane, typically, you have 6 minions versus 6 minions, 3 caster minions and 3 melee minions. Caster minions have less HP but deal more damage, whereas melee minions have more HP but deal less damage. Now, a freeze happens when you are strong enough to be able to tank the wave of the opponent. Ideally, you want to be tanking 3 caster minions until your next wave arrives, which creates a situation where the opponent has 9 minions to your 6 minions, which will then freeze, typically close to your own turret. The way that you do it is by making sure that you body block the minions so that they do not take any form of damage until the next wave comes. Not your wave, but the enemy's wave. Because if your own wave comes, what will happen is your own wave will start killing off the enemy 3 minions before the next wave comes, breaking the freeze and slowly pushing it towards the opponent's turret. You then must make sure that you only last hit the minions at the last possible second in order to maintain the freeze. Now the second wave state is a slow push. Now this is a concept which is severely misunderstood by most people in League of Legends. I will elaborate further during my next video, but for now, I will simply explain what slow pushing is. Slow pushing is a term which kind of defines itself. It is a wave which is slowly pushing. However, what is important to note is the purpose of a slow push. The reason why you create a slow push is to build up a big wave of your own, usually during 2 to 3 waves. Now it is possible to create a 4-wave slow push, however it's a bit more complicated. So how does slow pushing occur? It is very simple. Your wave pushes very slightly faster than the opposing wave without crashing into the enemy's turret until your own wave stacks up. Now, how do we effectively, consistently slow push? First of all, it's important to note, you cannot manipulate the wave in the way that you want to unless you can zone off the opponent. The reason why is because the way that you slow push is by killing off a minion more than the opponent has. So you count your own wave. Let's say my wave has 6 minions. I then kill off 1 minion from the opposing enemy's wave, which makes it 6 versus 5, and I don't let the enemy touch my wave at all, so I zone them completely. And then what I do is I wait for the next wave to arrive, and I don't touch it, I only lost it, and then the next wave arrives, and because I killed off 1 minion, now I have a really huge wave, and I get to, you know, cheat or recall or roam or go for plates or whatever I want to really do. That is how slow pushing works. Now, obviously, slow pushing has a lot of purposes, which we'll go over during the next video. But what is important to understand is that when you do slow push, the wave will always slow push back into you unless you annihilate the wave which comes under the enemy's turret. Now, the reason why is because you built up so many waves and all of them are attacking the enemy turret, and it will take up a lot of time for the enemy turret to clear off all of your minions. So what will happen is when the enemy wave arrives, it gets stuck under the turret, which means that the enemy waves will then stack up and they won't take much damage, and then, you know, the wave will then slow push back into your own turret. Now, the third and final type of a lane state is a lane which is permanently being shoved back and forth. Now, this type of a lane state is quite common, and what happens is all of the minions die, your minions and the enemy's minions, before the next wave arrives, which means that the wave doesn't get slow pushed or frozen, it just dies and gives both of you guys gold, and that's basically it. There's not much purpose to it. You know, I personally don't recommend it unless you can shove extremely fast and zone off the opponent. It doesn't really matter that much. Now, that's it for part 1. If you did enjoy, please do like and subscribe and comment. Feedback is appreciated, and I do read every single comment. Now, in part 2, we're going to be talking about when should you be controlling your wave in a certain way. So when do you freeze and slow push, and how do you play out melee versus range matchups, or matchups where you are losing, meaning how should you control your wave and what should you avoid. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you all in my next video.